On the night of the eclipse, I noticed the reflection in my mirror didn't quite match my movements, and then it smiled. I was in my tiny apartment, the kind that barely fits a bed and a desk. I had just returned from a long day at my job at the bookstore, eager to catch a glimpse of the eclipse that everyone had been buzzing about. As I stood in front of the mirror, adjusting my hair, the reflection lingered a second too long, its eyes glinting with a mischief I didn't possess. I blinked, thinking it was fatigue playing tricks on me, but when I looked again, my reflection was back to normal. The next day at work, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. My co-workers noticed I was distracted, and I couldn't focus on the customers or the endless stacks of books needing shelving. During my lunch break, I found myself scrolling through forums discussing the eclipse and stumbled across a thread about mirror anomalies. Stories of other people experiencing similar strange occurrences filled the page, each more unsettling than the last. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized I wasn't alone, but what was happening to us. Determined to find answers, I spent the night researching, my eyes glued to the screen until they burned. As the sun set again, I returned to my apartment, dreading what I might find. I approached the mirror cautiously, heart pounding in my chest. There it was, my reflection, staring back at me with a knowing smile. I raised my hand slowly, and it mirrored me perfectly this time, but its eyes didn't belong to me. They were deeper, older, and full of secrets I couldn't comprehend. Summoning courage, I spoke to it, my voice trembling, demanding to know what it wanted. To my horror, it mouthed back words I couldn't hear, but I understood them perfectly. "You let me in." The room seemed to spin as the realization hit me. The eclipse had opened a door, a passageway between our world and another. My reflection, or whatever it was no longer just a reflection. It was something else entirely. As I backed away, the mirror began to ripple like water, and a hand, a real, tangible hand, reached out from the glass. Paralyzed with fear, I watched as it gripped the frame, pulling itself through. The last thing I saw before everything went dark was its smile, a mirror image of my own, but full of malice and intent.